Beat the Buffalo Bills 24-14. Michael Penix was good. Drake London was good, but Bijan Robinson was great. 238 scrimmage yards for him. The Falcons are now 3-2. They have not had a winning record or made the playoffs since 2017. On the other side, the Bills have now lost back-to-back games after starting the season 4-0. In their last two games, they have averaged 17 points per game after averaging over 33 points in their first four. So, two-game losing streak for Buffalo. Obviously, that's not great news. They'll face Carolina next. Then they have a date with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. But Josh Allen and this offense, maybe they're in need of some help. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that. And listen, when I looked at last night, you saw Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator for the Falcons. They were pressure happy. They were going to bring pressure. You know they're going to bring pressure. And it was like there was no plan in place. And what I mean by bringing pressure is when they're going to bring 5 or 6 people who are rushing the quarterback, that means they're playing man on the backside of that. There has to be a receiver who wins against man. You have two concepts in offensive football. You can either block up for protection and make sure your quarterback doesn't get touched and allow a couple receivers, or you can burn them deep. You make people pay for the blitz. The Bills have not done that. They have been very sloppy. Really the last 3 games. They got away with it with the Saints. They lose to the Patriots, and now they lose to the Falcons. Josh Allen feels like his brain has sped up. The interception over the middle at the end of the first half.
He was forcing it.
The back goes out of the backfield. The linebacker blitz peels. He jumps down the gap. You think he's going to come. He ends up rolling out to cover the back. Josh Allen looks, and you can tell all of a sudden the clock in his head speeds up. He tries to whiz that thing down in the middle of the field, gets undercut. And then you saw like the 4th down. They overload the pressure, his own blitz this side, and he tries to pitch it out, right? And I know you see him make those plays, but again, you got to know they're bringing pressure right there. Like, that ain't your one, bro. That's not your fastball to run away from the pressure and pray that you throw it. I did not think they were armed with their best plan. They have been sloppy. You can't turn it over, and against a team like Atlanta who is playing as well as they were on offense against you, you got to try to take it away. Your best player is James Cook. Coleman doesn't win. Shakir doesn't win. Like, there's a problem for me. To me, you can play like, let's spread it around, but at some point, you need a dog. You need my dude, and I thought Coleman was going to be that guy. He hasn't become that guy quite yet.
Well, Jeff, you just answered it, and two things can be true. They didn't have the best plan when it comes to dealing with the pressure from the Atlanta Falcons, but also they don't have guys that can consistently win in man coverage, which is why Jeff Ulbrich had no problem blitzing the hell out of Josh Allen.
Right.
He blitzed him on 71% of the dropbacks in the second half. You know why? Because he ain't scared that somebody's going to burn him deep on the back end. He ain't worried about it. He's not. And that front was allowed to tee off on Josh Allen. As far as pass rush goes, that might have been the group to get after Josh Allen the most through the first 6 weeks of this regular season.
Yeah.
They were absolutely phenomenal last night, so we should give credit where credit is due. James Pierce, Jelon Walker, all of those guys that the Falcons have up front, them dogs was hunting. They got the return on investment with that draft capital last night. But as far as the Buffalo Bills are concerned, Jeff, they don't have those guys there. And what compounds the issue for Josh Allen is that he knows that the defense that he's coming to the party with is going to make every other offense, every other quarterback look like an MVP.
Yeah.
They're 17th in total defense, despite their offense leading the league in time of possession.
Right.
Their defense is giving up the 3rd most explosive plays in the NFL.
Yeah.
And to use one of your things, turnovers, it's not turnovers, it's explosive plays. The explosive plays is an issue for that Buffalo Bills defense.
This is just speculation on my part. I don't mind being educated about this at all, but my thinking is, your management, we got Josh Allen. We got to pay this brother, take care of this superstar that we got at the quarterback position, and feed the offense, and we're going to sacrifice some stuff on the defensive side of the ball. Not quite Cincinnati in terms of Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, but damn it, it's something similar along those lines. And why do I bring that up? Because like you said, they've got nobody that's going to beat you deep. So you can blitz them all day. You can blitz them 71% of the time in the second half, right? Well, I'm looking at this turnovers here. Buffalo had a league low 8 turnovers last year.
Yeah.
The entire year. They've had 6 over the last 3 games.
Yep.
Josh has had 4 of them.
Josh has had 4 of them, okay?
Yep.
He's got 5 of the last 6. Actually, he's got 5 of them. So you're looking at a Josh Allen right now, and all of a sudden he's turned the football over. He threw a couple of interceptions. You're looking at him, and this is the kind of stuff that was happening years ago. Remember, we were applauding him last year because of how much he protected the football.
Yeah.
Now it seems like there's a regression that's taking place, and it could be because of what you just said. He's bereft of weapons. He's trying to play hero ball again because he knows if he doesn't do something, they ain't gonna win. So you don't have a defense that's gonna help you.
Nope.
You don't have enough weapons. I'm talking about individuals that are game changers, right? On the offensive side of the ball outside of him. So now you're looking at it and all of a sudden it prompts the question, are the Buffalo Bills what we thought they were? Because right now I'm looking at them last night and I'm looking at some of the questions that you just brought up about their defense, all right? Yeah. I'm looking at the New England Patriots, the way Drake May and them playing. I'm like, this, they got a shot to win this division.
Oh yeah.
It's becoming very interesting now.
So to Stephen A's point, Josh Allen, it was the first game with multiple interceptions since week 10 of last year against the Colts. So this is not something we're accustomed to seeing. But with the trade deadline looming, right? November 4th is the deadline. Sounds like you think they should take someone on offense. They need to go find someone on defense, according to Canty. What would you say, Stephen A? It don't matter?
I'm rolling with Josh Allen. I need a weapon on offense.
Yes.
I need a weapon on offense. I need somebody that's going to help. First of all, you're going to score points. But most importantly, a dude that's going to help you move the chains. So you can keep the defense off the field, because that's what they were relying upon when they made this investment. They understand what it comes with it. You got to go out there and you have to get an additional weapon for Josh Allen.
And the thing was, like, Brandon Beane before the season kind of mocked about, because people were like, don't you need receiver help? And he was like, yeah, we scored the most points in the league last year, and everybody's talking about wide receivers and this kind of thing. You also played bad. I mean, you didn't have a winning team in your division last year, right? You had the Dolphins who were 8-9. You had the Patriots who were bad. You had the Jets who were bad. So you're going to score a lot of points against those teams. I think my issue is, and Canty, you and I both agreed on this, if you can't beat man, you're in trouble. And so, like, I think about the Indianapolis Colts. They don't have what you would say, like, just a true one, right? Like some guy who you throw it to. But Pittman can be that dude.
Tyler Warren can be that dude.
Warren is that dude, right? Downs can be that guy on a certain occasion. The problem when you look at the Bills is, who scares you? And Jeff Ulbrich said, no one scares me. I'm going to put Terrell on Coleman. I'm going to run the rest of this. I'm going to zone blitz you. I'm going to make the ball come out fast. That has been what people are showing you. If that's the formula for the Bills, their defense has to step up. It is. This, to me, was a much, we talk about bad sign, bad game, sometimes it was a bad sign for me because the penalties as well.
A question for both of y'all, because I don't know. Samuel, Kincaid, Palmer, all out. How much does that matter?
It matters. Yeah. Just like the guys on the defensive side being out matters. Daquan Jones, Matt Malone are hurt. Terrell Bernard got hurt last night. Maxwell Harrison hadn't played this year. He's been hurt. Yeah. TJ Sanders, their second-round pick. He tackled. He ain't played.
Ed Oliver just came back.
They got a bunch of guys that are out. They'll get some help.
For sure.
But they were light on that defense, particularly on the back end, to start out with.
Right.
And so that's why I would lean toward the defensive side of the ball, because if you can't stop them, you can't beat them. Yeah. At some point, you got to line up and be able to stop somebody. But if we're being honest about it, they probably need to make several moves before the trade deadline. They probably